Good morning. We are up early-ish this morning and heading out for some breakfast to what we thought was a little local place, but is actually a chain. But it is a local chain, so it's something that we have never been to before in New Mexico. It's called Blake's Lottaburger.
They have breakfast burritos. Yum.
And that's what we're going for. And then after that, we're going to head to
Pistachio Land.
Pistachioland.
And then Alamogordo and possibly a couple other places. If I can talk Jamie into it. We'll see. But first, coffee.
Then adventure.
Let's
go.
Okay.
We just finished up at Blake's Lottaburger for breakfast. We each had a sausage burrito, which came with eggs, hash browns, and sausage.
And cheese.
And I got my hatch green chili sauce on the side, which I don't know why, but I keep thinking that green chili is not spicy, and it is, and I got the spice hiccup, so that was fun.
I also got
a pumpkin pie milkshake, and it's delicious. It has chunks of it has chunks of pie filling in it, or pie crust, and it's delicious. And then I also got a bottle of orange juice.
But the service was not great because our order was completed and yet sat behind the counter for over 10 minutes before they brought it to us. So it wasn't exactly warm.
But it was also kind of our fault because we placed the pickup order and then we went in
and we told them and they gave us part of it.
Only one person knew we were there. So anyway, we gave it a 3 out of 5. And now we are heading on to Pistachio Land.
Let's go.
Finished up at Pistachio Land. It was interesting. There was the world's biggest pistachio, and there was a gift shop. You could do a tour. It was, I think, $4, and they do it on the hour, but we decided we didn't want to. Tim got some gifts for his parents, and I got some hand lotion, peppermint hand lotion. And now we've driven about another half hour away from Alamogordo to Three Rivers Petroglyph site. We just parked and paid the day use fee, and now we're heading out on the trail to see some petroglyphs.
We've hiked out to the Petroglyph site at Three Rivers, and it is actually beyond all my expectations. I thought there would be some that you could just sort of see in the distance, kind of like we saw the one, where was that, in Arizona? The Magazine Rock?
Yeah.
But no, this is you can crawl all over the rocks up here, scramble over the rocks, and there are literally thousands and thousands. Well, they say there's 22,000. I haven't seen quite that many yet, but there are so many on just about every rock face that you can see. There are petroglyphs. Some of them are a little more faded, closer to the trail, probably from people touching it or climbing over them, but some of them are so well preserved. It's kind of amazing. You can even tell what a lot of them are representing, that looks like a scorpion over here. We saw one back there that looked like a horse or a deer or something like that. It was a fish, and just, yeah, it's really cool. So we'll continue walking through the trail here and see how many more we can find. It's like a scavenger hunt.
So unbeknownst to us, there was actually a map that has a series of numbers that will tell you kind of what you're looking for. It is pretty obvious, but I think the map tells you what they're identified as. So we missed out on that, and this seems to be the official path. I think we took the unofficial path, so whoops.
Well, all trails led us astray then, because it showed 2 paths. Well, that exceeded all expectations. I didn't have very many expectations because I didn't know much about it. Shout out to our camp host Bob at Oliver Lee Memorial State Park for giving us this tip to come up here and see it. Thanks, Bob. He mentioned that there were lots of petroglyphs up here to see, and that it was worth a few hours of your day to come up here and see. It's about 30 miles or so from the park that we're staying at. But he didn't really tell us what it was, and so I didn't really know what to expect. And when I first got here and we started hiking, I'm like, oh, okay. But then we got out there, and it literally blew my mind. Like, you can walk amongst the petroglyphs, and I mean, you could reach out and touch them. Don't do that. But it almost felt to me like the hoodoos in Goblin Valley. Like, it seemed wrong that you were able to walk amongst the petroglyphs and the hoodoos in Goblin Valley, even though you can. So just, if you do decide to come out here, take care and don't climb on the rocks with the petroglyphs on it and stuff. But it really was like a scavenger hunt. There were literally thousands. We took hundreds of photos, I'm sure, between the two of us. And yeah, what did you think?
I liked it. It was good. It was a little windy today, so and you're just exposed on a ridge, but the views from the higher up in the trail were really beautiful. It was really cool getting to walk amongst them. The only thing was, there are definitely some that people have added.
Some trails.
Well, some paths, but also there's
some petroglyphs.
There's some petroglyphs,
yeah.
And so you start to kind of wonder which ones are real and which ones aren't. But
you can pretty much tell.
There's still a lot to see. There is also a visitor center is probably where you can pick up the map that we did not get.
I did not see one when I was in there, but
maybe
I may have missed it, possibly.
But that's going to do it for our time.
One other thing I wanted to add, because again, we didn't know anything about this. It's a very easy hike with very gradual elevation gain. It's not too strenuous. Pretty much anybody without that's not in a wheelchair can do it. But I wish I had known to put on my hiking boots. There is a lot of rocks to clamber over and some scree to walk through. So don't wear like regular shoes or sandals or anything like that. If you have hiking boots or trail runners or something, I highly recommend those.
But that's going to do it for our time in the Alamogordo area. Tomorrow we are driving about 180 miles to Carlsbad, New Mexico, where we're going to go to 2 national parks. So we will see you there.